Welcome in, everybody. It is time for Mornings on Main Street, Taste of Nashville. I'm Devon O'Day, and welcome for his maiden voyage, John Dwyer. Yay!
Yay! You couldn't find anybody else, so no, this is fantastic.
He's so pretty.
Oh, he's so pretty. Thank you. You're very kind.
See, that's the deal.
Oh, well, it's makeup. Hiding a lot of that. They still have the makeup from TV days and put it to good use. It is. Yeah, my wife just said, she kept saying, "What are you going to wear? What are you going to wear?" I said, I have to find a suit that fits. So COVID, like everybody else, has been, that's just the way it is. So I'm not wearing any pants. I'm just from here up. This is it.
Which is why I ask him. It's like,
I am so easy. No, it's a pleasure to be here. And we have, you and I have crossed paths before. Tell this quickly. When was the first time that we met? You told me this on the phone when you thought that maybe I could be a candidate for this.
We met at a fundraiser for one of my favorite organizations, Saddle Up, and it's a therapeutic riding program for challenged kids, and it's in Leapers Fork. Yeah. And I found out that was one of the places where you were shoveling manure at Saddle Up.
Manure is the fine way to put it. But yeah, we would go down there and we would volunteer. And I'm not sure how much I shoveled. I played with the barn kitties a lot. I was always running around.
You're the cat guy.
I was the cat guy. But that was probably 25 years ago.
At least.
And look, we meet up again.
I know.
Who knew?
And we're still shoveling to this day.
Yes.
Still shoveling.
Yes.
Hey, shoveling in is what it is.
Yeah.
We've got a great spread. We're going to meet the sous chef in just a few minutes. Also on the show, the Queen of Clean, Shonda Pierce, is here with a brand new Nashville show we're going to talk about. And you're going to want to get tickets to that immediately. And you're going to get a ticket to the bus to see this next guy, too. He is brand new right off the bus from Wyoming.
And he's made his way into Nashville in a matter of not months, but weeks. And, overnight success, it may just take him a few weeks instead of, 8 years like most people that hit it. Very talented, very personable young man. You're going to like him.
So good. His name is Coburn Larson. And you're going to find out why the Voice scouted him. Oh, so good. And we're going to talk about autumn at Cheekwood. And it is, if you don't know Cheekwood and you live in Nashville,
it should be a civic responsibility.
Yes.
It should be like a law that you have to go. It is. They always have stuff going on. It's always beautiful. Nashville has so much culture and sophistication that people just, we have a lot of fun honky tonks. We do all that stuff. But Cheekwood is a must do if you're going to be here a few days.
Yes, it's absolutely imperative. And spending autumn out there, the gardens are incredible. It's a year-round garden experience at Cheekwood. Hey. But let's first start with the food. We're at Kitchen Notes, and we're at the Omni, and we're going to invite the sous chef. Chef Joe Burgoyne is here from New England all the way to Nashville.
I feel like he's been a runway model before in your former life. You just kind of sauntered in. We didn't have the wide shot, but you feel pretty good about yourself. Well, you should.
I'm in my
You're
element.
very talented.
Yeah,
You're with your people. You are literally with your people because we're at the Omni. Yeah.
And not everybody, only the great people get to walk down the teal carpet of love from Buddy Allen Carpet One. Come on.
Nice plug. Nice way to work that in there. That's good.
I do this professionally.
Smooth operator. Yeah. Nice.
Shoveling and talking about sponsors. That's what we do.
It's healthy. It keeps the bills paid and the lights on, thankfully, and the audio working. So, Chef Joe, right? You've got a lot of different things going on here.
Yes, sir.
Very tempting. The fried green tomatoes, easy to screw up probably, and you got to do it the right way, right?
Mm-hmm. Indeed, yeah. So our fried green tomatoes are definitely something that is sought after throughout all of Nashville, really anywhere in the South. But what makes these very different, so little backstory, our head chef, his wife suffers from celiac, unfortunately, but so something we like to do is accommodate all of these gluten-free options. So our fried green tomatoes are a gluten-free thing.
Wow.
It's made with rice flour and cornmeal. So it's got this extra crisp to it. The secret recipe, double bread it. So we let it brine in buttermilk for about a day, and then you bread it once.
Do it again.
Let it chill for, a minute, and then bread it once more, and then fry it off, and you have this lovely fried green tomato.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, now we have to find out what's the secret behind a perfect sunny side up with your
That's
avocado.
not real. That's actually
That
I
is
got
a
that
real
at one of
egg.
the
What?
shops down on Second that just has little You can get the things you shovel too there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That does look too real.
It is pretty
or too
picture
fake.
perfect. In
Yeah.
fact, that's one of our associates that made that. So hats off to her. She's learning a lot really well, really quickly. So, but this is our avocado toast. This is one of our most higher sold items, as you might as well have known. But it is big trend right now. It's super bright, vibrant. It's not going to bog you down throughout the rest of your day, but we do like to advertise a sunny egg with it. Again, it makes it pop. And who doesn't like a nice runny yolk with their breakfast?
I don't think of anybody. It's if you're not sopping, it ain't supper. So that's the way we do it at Kitchen Notes.
I want to
Hey.
put that on a bumper sticker. I like that.
Sop it up, baby. Speaking of sopping up, look at the biscuit bar is what Kitchen Notes is known for. Let's talk about the biscuits. And you change the different kinds of biscuits every day.
Yes, correct. So it is a staple item of ours. One biscuit that won't change is our classic buttermilk. You're always going to see those out there. It accompanies our biscuits and gravy, of course, our gravy, I might say. We just opened up the buffet. So hats off to our team, front of the house, back of the house, for getting that ready.
Yes.
I know a lot of folks around town know about our
coming.
buffet, so come see us again. But anyhow, to get back to biscuits.
We
Right.
brought a parade for you, just
Yeah.
to let you know.
Thank you,
We did.
yes.
Oh, Chef Joe's going to be on. We've got to bring
Well, I'm
out the
flattered.
pomp and circumstance. That was
Thank
very
you.
well timed, Joe.
Yeah, right. Anyhow, so we do have a fluctuating sweet and savory biscuit every week. So right now, this week, right in the middle there is our apple cobbler biscuit. It's got a little touch of cinnamon in there, some brown sugar, nice little sweet treat. And then all the way on the right here is a bacon and cheddar biscuit. And again, our savory and our sweet are going to fluctuate usually about every week just to keep it fresh. And so we're not stuck in this monotonous role. But every now and again, we're getting hit pretty hard on one flavor that people really like. And so we'll accommodate them.
The thing is, you get, look, I as a kid, right? You go out to eat and you garbage up on all the carbs and all that. And who wouldn't want to do that? But however, you have to leave room for this beautiful masterpiece.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our turkey melt. It's open faced. This is actually something we're going to be rolling out on our new lunch menu here shortly, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. But right now we're
So you
running
can't
it
get
as a
this yet?
special. You can get it right now, actually.
okay.
Yep, we're running it as a special.
Today,
special.
okay, like today, it was a special.
I thought it was
Yep.
just special for us, and now he's saying it's for everybody.
just
It's for
in the-
everybody.
Took a little
but
bit
tell
of
me
the
about that
glitter off
server.
it.
How many of they sold? It's just rolled out today.
Just rolled out today, and our server Kayla sold 8 of these just within an hour and a half. So, and every other server has at least sold 2. So, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to keep running this as a feature until our new menu actually rolls out, because people are really raving about it. Just in the hour and a half it's been live. So it's really great and exciting to see. I'd love to tell you a little more about it. So
Sure.
right now it's sitting on a bed of multigrain toast. On that toast is a smeared tomato bacon jam. It's a smoky tomato bacon jam.
So hungry.
Yep. And then we sear off this house smoked turkey. It's thinly shaved, and then we sear it off. We garnish it with some confit tomatoes and then some Gouda cheese. The Gouda is from Kenny's Farm, so it's a regional thing. I'm not sure if y'all have
Nice.
heard of it, but we like to support local and regional as much as we can. And outside of that, the flavor is just incredible, and it really goes well with everything.
There's a song in the church about that cheese.
Really?
Eating Gouda cheese, eating Gouda cheese. See, I know. Every time I hear that, I have to sing that song. I think
Do
that's
you?
yeah.
Do you?
I know.
Okay.
I really
You're
do
on
have
fire.
to.
Love it.
It's beautiful.
Okay, we are going to be partaking of this during the break, but when we come back, we're going to meet the Queen of Clean, Shonda Pierce, in the house. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, Joe.
Appreciate
really
your
appreciate
time.
your time.
Yeah,
Now
thank
get
you
back
so
to
much.
work. You got more to
Absolutely.
say.
Thank you for this beautiful spread. Hey, we'll be back after we talk to our friends at Buddy Allen Carpet One.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door, flowers blooming in the springtime, and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome into segment 2, as we say in the business. We are going to meet the Queen of Clean. How about that?
I love this. This lady, I got to know, there's no secrets anymore out there. You can find anything on the World Wide Web. But no, I've heard her name and I knew she's been around for a long time, and she's about as funny and as clean as you can get, which is hard to find.
And the cool thing, what I love about her is that she brings in people and makes them all laugh, but she always has a bottom line, and that is from the heart. And it's a ministry for her, and it's not just comedy, and being able to laugh through it all. And her documentary about her life has been right out there and has brought a lot of people to what the truth is. And you know, you laugh a lot, and she tells a lot of truth and gets her story out there and helps a lot of people in the process. Please welcome, coming down the Buddy Allen teal carpet of love, Shonda Pierce. Woo!
Oh, fine little 360 flip there, girl.
Beautiful carpet,
Nice.
beautiful food, beautiful people walking by. Y'all missed it a minute ago. A man walked by behind you with no shirt on. I lusted just a little.
Just a
In your
little?
heart.
Yeah.
Just in your
no,
heart.
No, just
No,
right out loud.
right out
Yeah.
loud. Okay. Well, that's how real she is. She just puts it out. Your life lessons continue. You're 20 seconds into the interview, and we
That's
have
it.
life lessons.
That's exactly. There you go. Don't lust with food in your mouth.
No.
This is, yeah, it won't make you look thin. It is a privilege, Devon. You know I love you, and I've been a fan for many, 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 many years.
Same.
And I
How many
love
years?
what you said. I've been doing comedy 31 years.
Yeah.
First few years, you know, you do it, make your mama laugh. But for the most part, yeah, I started at Opryland when I was a young college kid needing to pay my college bill. And I fell in love with Minnie Pearl. And even the woman, Sarah Cannon.
But you really didn't know much about her when you took the part.
No,
Am I
not
right?
at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about anything in country music. I grew up in a denomination where you'd go to hell just listening to the music. So I hid a radio under my bed most of my childhood. So would sneak
That's
it
not what
out.
I hid under my bed, but that's another story for another time.
Well, my brother probably hid something else too. But all that to say, I fell in love with the sound of laughter.
Yeah.
Now, you know, the Bible says laughter doeth good like a medicine.
Yeah.
And I believe it really was. It was a time in my life when I had very little direction, didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I had gone through some really heavy tragedy as a young woman and a sister, lost both my sisters and my parents. And I just remember those days of healing through the process of just trying to make a living. It was the laughter that did good for me, much less the people that were listening to the jokes. And
Wow.
and Miss Sarah, I can't say enough wonderful things about her. She was a great, godly woman, but she taught me I can enjoy this craft. I can pursue this and still stay true to my faith, stay true to who I want to be, you know, when I grew up, how much I love God, you know, and all of those things. And it's paid off. I did okay.
Sarah is in your life. She was in my life, and I'll make this very short, but I auditioned many years ago for one of those syndicated entertainment shows.
Yeah.
We were to do some crosstalk to see if there
Right.
was chemistry.
Mm.
And the last story was it was the obituary of Sarah Cannon, and I did not know much about her.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really bone up on all that. And so my first assignment in Nashville as a local TV sportscaster was to go to a news conference at a golf club that had a huge mural of Minnie Pearl, as if to say,
Yes.
look, hot shot,
Yeah.
I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life as you move to Nashville. And so I look
That's
at her,
exactly
I'm
right.
so sorry, I didn't know about you. But anyway,
Oh
no, she what, and she went to Vanderbilt. She was incredibly bright.
Oh,
bright woman. Now
man.
I know everything about
And she went to Belmont when it was just a
There we
girls'
go.
school.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. You know, I had the privilege of meeting her. I wish I had been a little smarter, knowing, okay, you're sitting here with an icon.
Mhm.
Pay attention to the questions you ask her. I was stupid and a young mom and just trying to get the next day's rent, and so I felt so privileged to the times I've been around her. But the greatest privilege, one, I have been on the Opry probably 50 times in these 28 years of my career, and I love it, and I really love it. I don't know that they'll ever make a comedian, an Opry member
Okay.
again.
Let's just say that right now. Shauna Pierce needs to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry.
We're
She
starting
needs
the
to be a
campaign
member.
right now.
Funny needs to be back on the stage of the Opry. If there's anybody in the world needs to be a member, it's
Aw.
you. You should go right into when you walk into the Opry, the
And
backstage.
there she is.
There she is, and there she is.
And I would tell you something. I'll choke up. I am so eternally grateful. I am just a giant fan of Minnie Pearl, but I am a giant fan of comedy
Yes.
and the gift that it can be. And even the dirty comics, as Mama says, they're walking in all the light they know. It takes bravery. One of my favorite quotes is Lucille Ball, who says, "I am not funny, but what I am is brave." And comedy takes great bravery. But my favorite Minnie Pearl story is not only just getting to do the Opry and meeting her and hanging out with her when I was younger. She asked me to come and entertain her ladies group at her church.
If that's not the biggest honor
that the
and
sweetest?
validation of that you are legit
Oh,
and genuine.
just that to me. And of course, I grew up a preacher's kid, so I know there's a lot of
So did
comics
you do it?
I love. Oh yeah.
No, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Minnie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
booked.
I got to feed the baby.
But thank you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I did, and I was nervous, but I felt so honored. I sent her my first little cassette tape that was like 25 minutes long.
Mhm.
On the other side, it said, "Repeated for your convenience." Because that's all the material I had, Now, I think my last show was 3 hours long. So there I've learned to talk. But
That's the unabridged.
yeah, that's exactly right. But I sent her that little cassette tape, and she sent me a sweet note back and said, "You've
Aw.
got great timing, and you made me laugh." And then invited me to speak with her ladies. There was probably about 300 or 400 women there, and at that Brentwood United Methodist. And I'll never forget going in there just green and but so privileged. And every time I am anywhere around the Opry, I'm like you. It is just a privilege, and I am honored to have that start. Comedy right now, I told Devon, well, I don't know what God is doing. I need to retire. But after the lockdown and all of that, I think we see how important joy is in our lives. And even my comic friends said, "Don't keep it clean." That's their vernacular. That's what they do. And my hat's off to them. But to get out there and make people laugh and let that energy do some healing.
And part of what you do with that, you bring in some stories of your life.
Yeah.
And, and I think about comedians. I've met more comedians in my life because comedy is my jam. I love it. I listen all the time and I love it. But so many comics hurt and they have depression and they suffer with it. And in the church, especially, we keep it quiet. We don't talk about it.
Right.
But you brought it out and you said, okay, we're going to dust this thing out and we're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. We're going to laugh and then we're going to be real.
I wrote a book called Laughing in the Dark, and I've written a lot of books, but it still is this big seller for me, and I'm blessed by that. But it's also a reminder of how many years can go by and that's still a topic of people's concern. I think, and this is just my armchair, I was diagnosed clinically depressed about 15 years ago. So I'm professionally depressed. I'm not right
You
now.
got it down. You have a degree in it. I believe. Yes.
I'm highly medicated right now, but
We don't drug test.
Normally,
so
yeah,
this works
exactly.
out perfect for us.
But all that to say, it's become so near and dear to my heart, and especially after this whole COVID mess, it has left people so depleted, and your body gets used to feeling down. And then you just cave into it and you don't know how to climb out of
Right.
it. So then it takes help and it takes professionals to help you climb out of that. But I think for comics, we're probably drawn to the art because we're hiding away. I can remember when my own comedy was such a deflector of pain. And when healing came into my life and medicine came into my life and
Right.
hope came into my life, I did not use comedy to deflect anything. I used it to just really spread joy, and it changed me. I think the second thing that I think we run into with comedians, you get addicted to that adrenaline. You want to feel that goodness that you feel standing behind a microphone and everybody in the room laughs at you and everybody likes you. And you want to go home and feel that again. And they begin to try to mimic that feeling, either with alcohol or drugs or work addiction or whatever that is. They try to mimic that feeling. And I tell young comics all the time, just always remember, this is a gift. It is great to get to do, but it is your job. It's just your job. So go home and know I did a good job today, but this isn't my life. What happens off of that microphone, that's your life.
There's such a compelling part of your documentary that struck me as you were walking off the stage and you gave of yourself, and it was a drug to you, or
Right,
it is to
right.
be out there and perform. As you're walking off, all of a sudden your face changes and you break down.
Yep.
And I went, wow.
Yeah.
As somebody who's hurting, or maybe it was a way to expose
release.
yourself and kind of be kind of therapeutic
Yeah.
to you to go out there. But wow, that was emotional to me.
When
I saw that.
we started this documentary, I had gotten an award as the most awarded female comic in history by the
That's an award.
Yeah, by the
being the most
RI. I just sold a lot of platinum records, a lot of gold records. Well, at the ceremony, I was shocked because I said, there's Whoopi Goldberg and Joan Rivers. And the guy goes, I know, we did the math twice because we've never heard of you.
And you said, hey, I'm right here.
That keeps you
You do-
humble. So we were in the middle of making that documentary to kind of prove that point, that here's a touring comic who sells thousands of tickets every night. We want you to get to know her. In the midst of making that, my husband died. And all of a sudden, we had a totally different video, a different project. And we just decided to keep the cameras rolling. I decided, well, this is real as it gets and as raw as it gets. We had to go back a few months later, redo the ending because David was not there. I will say, good to the med company. My depression kind of leveled. I was okay. I didn't jump off a building. But it was so raw and so real. Some days I go, I need people to know I'm alive.
Yeah. This
It
is not a
was so
tribute
hard.
in memorandum.
I'm
No.
alive. I'm doing good. And I laugh. I say there's been 3 documentaries about my life and I'm still living. I don't know what they're going to do when I'm dead, but I am privileged for the gift of comedy. It has just been good to me, very, very good to me. I have a great farm called the Funny Farm, and I host missionaries who can't afford a vacation. They come and stay at my little cabins, and I have just loved what comedy gave to me, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm just very grateful for it.
You are, speaking of tickets, there is a Nashville show that is coming up.
I'm going to catch this fly for you. Watch.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, if he lands on that egg, I'm going to have to kill him because I'm going to eat that sandwich in a minute. Yeah,
That egg is
I'm excited. October the 16th. It's always scary to be in concert at home because
Nashville's a scary place. A lot of people
Tough
won't even
crowd.
perform here.
half
Yeah.
of the audience is my material. So
Yeah.
that's what's really hard.
She's not talking about me.
Yeah,
No, she
yes,
kind of
she
is.
Yeah, you're her neighbor. So that's kind of scary. But this Fisher Center over at Belmont, this is I'm the first comic to do a show there.
Oh, wow.
It's an amazing, I feel like Cinderella. I should wear a ball gown to do a show there. I feel like it is absolutely stunning, this building and the acoustics and all of it. They need to have those, Country Music Awards there or something next.
It's
amazing.
absolutely stunning
Yeah.
place. And the first comic, you're gonna break it in with laughter.
Oh boy.
You're gonna.
I pray someone wets their pants
She's
on
not
those
saddle
fancy seats.
soap.
If somebody would just pee in their pants on those fancy seats, Chaz Corzine will never speak to me again.
You'll be one and done.
Well, we want everybody to get tickets. Shonda.org is the place to go to get all things Shonda, and do yourself a favor. Deep dive like you did and watch everything, and you will laugh. And most importantly, you'll feel something.
Oh, praise the Lord for that. Yeah. Thank you, baby doll.
Love you.
I love your show.
We're just glad to have you here. It's because we bring food.
I'm going to look for the naked men now, so bye.
We'll be right
Everything
back.
was fine up until that point. We're going to have to retape this.
Hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to talk about Buddy Allen Carpet One. Well, we are here live with all the sound sites of downtown here at the Omni Nashville. A great place to stay. But if you are at home and you're looking around going, my carpet, my floor, it needs help,
I know where this is going.
you do.
Yeah.
Because I'm the queen of Segway. Buddy Allen Carpet One. We'll be right back. Well, we would normally have Zach Allen here, but he's like me. We've all had our allergy stuff that happened, and so he's not with us today. But he said, "You know enough about carpet and flooring that you can talk about it," and I can. They have a new flooring. Do you have pets?
I have only the love of my life, other than my wife. Yeah, I have Lola. Yeah.
What is Lola?
Lola is a cockapoo.
Oh.
Love her too much. You know, you just get so attached. So
Okay,
you know.
you have the breed that when they're very excited to see you,
Yeah.
they leave
They
you.
pee?
They
Oh, what
pee.
do they do?
They pee. They pee. You look at a cocker spaniel or a cockapoo a certain way, and they go, "I love you," and there's a
She
puddle.
does. You know her. Yes, that's so true.
It's that breed.
And then what do you do?
And then what do you do? Well, you better know that there is a special pet-friendly floor. It is a pet-resistant floor that they have. It's
Now
a new
you tell me.
flooring. But see, there's time.
Okay,
Time.
there's still
Buddy Allen
there's still
Carpet
hope.
One has got this. It's incredible. It's dog toenails don't,
Mhm.
And Zach has goats. He said it's even goat proof. They don't mess up the floor. It's incredible because if you there's certain woods that you can tell that the pets have really used this flooring. This is literally pet proof.
So now there's people out there going, I have a goat, and now we have,
Mm-hmm.
because until then there was nothing goat proof.
I have a goat. I walked downstairs and he figured out I have levers on the French doors from outside where he is. He decided I came downstairs and I went, the door's open. Oh no.
The goat.
He opened up. And so if I had only had those floors, now I need to call Buddy Allen Carpet One and get those pet resistant floors. You can. Buddy Allen Carpet One, located in Donaldson.
Take that number down.
It is a Donaldson, Nashville Hermitage tradition. So give them a call. We'll be right back. It is Music City.
After all, and you can't do a show like this without live music.
That's right. And for this, a brand newcomer, they call it a 10-year town. Well, how about a 10-minute town? I heard this guy at Backstage Nashville, and I said, oh my gosh, everybody's got to hear you. There's a reason that The Voice scouted him, and the reason that he just graduated from Berklee School of Music. You're going to see his incredible musical prowess. Coburn Larson, coming down the carpet alone.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
In between gigs, because you've been so busy. To fit us in is very cool because it's been just a whirlwind for you, right?
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been a month in. So yeah, I just moved
It's
here.
been a month in.
A month in. Yeah. Well, I guess a month and a half. So trying to get to know the city. It's been great listening to the other segments, figuring out who's here and what's going on. So yeah.
You are gifted as a guitarist. Is that how you ended up at Berklee School of Music? Was your guitar playing, or was it your songwriting, or was it
It was
your
his
voice?
looks, for goodness sake. I mean,
Looks,
I mean,
yeah.
let's
That's true.
call a spade a
Looks.
spade.
Looks played. I'm just kidding. No, I actually went to Boston to audition, and I played a song, voice and guitar, and I guess they really took up on it. I got a little bit of a scholarship to go, and decided to take my chances on Boston, and it was fun. It's a great city. Yeah, it was fun.
How is it to make the transition from Wyoming to Boston? Because that's a
Oh,
big change. I mean, you can drive 800 miles to go to the grocery store in Wyoming. It seems like it
Yeah.
goes on forever. And Boston is not that way.
Yeah, everything's right there. I just felt very boxed in. I met a lot of good friends though, and they helped to make it okay. I'm just used to open spaces, mountains. I'm right by the Grand Teton National Park, so growing up there it was a hard change, but good friends made it.
Did you have a plan? I mean, was this the grand plan to go Wyoming, Boston, get some schooling, professional, and I'm going to go to Nashville? Or was this a ad lib situation and you know, a year ago, did you think you'd be here?
I didn't, no. I kind of just take life as it comes, but I went on a service mission actually for my church for 2 years, and I served people as a missionary in Brazil for a while. That was after Boston.
Kid hasn't gotten around, seen the world, has he? My goodness.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was right during COVID, but we were able to go out and preach the gospel. But then I came back and I just recently got married. It's been 2 months since we've been married, and my wife, Brinley.
Nothing else going on in your life?
Just a
You know
lot.
what was so precious when I met backstage and I met your sweet wife? She goes, "This is our first adventure." Is that not the sweetest thing?
It's adorable. It's a song.
I adopted him on the spot. I said, I'm your new song mama, and you've got to come in and do our show.
So nice of you.
Because whenever you started singing, I almost started crying because I you know, when you hear something that's just so unique and so special. Would you share a song with us?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get the lyrics out.
Can you imagine if he said no?
No,
good.
I just came here for the biscuits.
Yeah.
Just came here for the
Good
business.
call.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a song I wrote about my wife. I saw a picture of her when she was a little kid. I think her mom sent it to me, or her sister, and it kind of gave me a different aspect to look at, and so helped me love her even more. So this is what that's about. It's called "A Picture of You as a Child." Hopefully this picks it up. Let's see. When you sent me that picture of you as a child, felt my heart melt looking at your goofy smile. I can never hurt someone so humble and mild. Rain down on a spirit so free, so wild. I came to realize in those hazel eyes how I could never tell you any lies or do the things that make you cry. Leave all your love you'll give behind. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. I'll sing you lullabies all the night through. Woo, 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 woo. When you up and decided to come back in my life, felt a new world with a brand new sky. Every day you give me more reasons why. That picture of you makes me cry. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. Sing you lullabies all the night through. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. Sing you lullabies all the night through. Woo, 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 woo,
Oh, yeah. Colbert, I'm going to let you know just right now, as a married man of many years and deeply in love with my wife, you have a get out of jail free card right there. That is going to, if you play, obviously you played that for her, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she loves it. And she actually, I released that song on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere else you find music. And she likes to pop it on iTunes and stuff and listen to it. So,
Aww.
and it's for you guys too, if you want to listen to it anytime. I self-recorded it in my bedroom on my.
You know, what's so amazing is that I went immediately and started listening to all your music. And the thing now is you don't have to go into some bombastic studio and spend $1 million. Right now, everybody wants something that is so fresh and just, that's the thing about your music. It does sound fresh and it's so different. And do you have influences that you kind of bring to the party?
Yeah, a lot of them combined. I like Chris Stapleton. I like the country, kind of Americana country vibe. Lumineers, Mumford and Sons, Jason Mraz, John Mayer, Jack Johnson. So
you bring a lot of that to your music. And people always ask me, where is country music going? And I said, look at the song. It always starts with a song. And then the sound comes after that. And you have something that I think you're going to do really well in this town. How about it? Let's welcome him to this town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Coburn Larson.
Yeah.
And what is your website so people can find out more about you?
So it's CoburnLarsonMusic.com. And if you look on Instagram, just write my name anywhere on any search bar and you'll find me and find my music. So yeah.
And you're the first Coburn, other than James Coburn, the actor.
Oh yeah.
You're the first Coburn I've ever met.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
So-
it comes from my grandmother. It's her maiden name. So
I was wondering if it was a
Good
family
call.
thing.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
cool name.
Well, speaking of cool, we are in the coolest place in the world. We've got a story coming up about the Omni Nashville. There are so many cool things here. We're next to the Country Music Hall of Fame. So you can stay here and go right there.
If you haven't been there, you haven't been in town long enough.
Not long enough, just a month.
Hatch show print. I will say you can have like your tour posters made in there.
Oh, cool.
See, collectibles like that. You can go in and bar lines. You can play live. See, you might end up playing live at bar lines.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm learning new things every day. Thank you guys.
And kitchen notes, bar lines, Bob's Steakhouse, all in the Omni Nashville.
I got to come here more often.
Yeah, you do.
You're welcome back anytime, brother. You sound great. We're going to remember when, right? Is this going to be like in 4 years? We're going to Google this show and we're going to go see. Then he's going to go talk
He
to
was
my
brand
agent.
new to Nashville. And by the way, stick around because we're going to tell you about a place that you and your lovely need to go. It's called Cheekwood. Autumn at Cheekwood is so cool.
I'm so excited for that. I was actually talking to her for a minute before this.
Oh, see, you're going to have to go out there because it is the place you go walk through. You can go have lunch there. And then it's the Nashville tradition. So we're going to talk about that coming up, but you're going to be the new musical tradition. How about that?
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for having me again. Appreciate it.
Well, in a few minutes, he's going to have we're going to welcome somebody else in down the teal carpet of love from Buddy Allen Carpet One. It is, you only get that on this show.
The
Only
carpet of love.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well
it is.
done.
Okay. The Nashville tradition, Buddy Allen. Watch this, and we'll be right back.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Scarecrows at Cheekwood, Willow Nelson, Allie the Allium, Pepper Jack, Jewel Scout, Bob Marley, Elvis Parsley,
Well, we are going to welcome to the show Elizabeth Sheets, Harvest at Cheekwood, the Cheekwood Harvest. It's a big part of the year. So, Elizabeth, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
We love showing how to be a tourist, especially things that are really easy driving distance from the Omni Nashville.
That's right. We're about 8 miles from downtown. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
It is a iconic place. People that are looking for places to go, it should be on everybody's radar, but you always have something going on out there. Talk to people about what is going on right now.
So we are in the second week of Cheekwood Harvest, and it's a 6-week festival that runs from about mid-September through the end of October. We have thousands of mums that are blooming throughout the gardens.
Beautiful.
We have a pumpkin village that is just an amazing experience. You walk up to our Arboretum lawn and basically have 3 different pumpkin houses that are all different shapes, different sizes, made out of different colored pumpkins. And it's just really a fun experience to be there. We're selling pumpkins in Pumpkin Village. So if you'd like to go and pick out your pumpkin and take it home with you, that's an option. We also have a scarecrow trail that is made up of about 35 scarecrows that have been created by different community groups. So different volunteer groups get together and each one comes up with a really creative scarecrow. This year's theme is plants. So lots of groups had different takes on this. We have, my personal favorite is Elvis Parsley.
Oh, very funny of you. Yeah.
That have shown up.
What's green and sings? Elvis Parsley.
Exactly. There you go.
That was actually on a Dixie cup. Remember that little joke? Oh, no, you had no idea. I'm so sorry, off track. But anyway, I had to tell you that.
What's great is that it's such a family-oriented place.
Kid-friendly,
You can
right?
walk through, and it's very romantic. How late are you open? Is like late date night possibility?
So actually, yes. We have Thursday night out. Thursday evenings, we are open until 9 o'clock. And we have live performances in the gardens every Thursday night and with some of Nashville's most talented musicians, of course. On the weekends, we also have live music in the beer garden. Saturday, we typically have bluegrass, and then Sundays are for jazz. So it's great for a date day. Also, we have tots programs for children, for the young
Oh, that's
kids.
amazing.
Those happen now every Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 12 in the gardens. So that's a regular thing basically from March through October. So that's still happening this season.
If people want to find out what's the best way to get it sounds like you have so much going on there and it's kid friendly and it's romantic and all those things. What's the best way to find that information?
Well, I would definitely encourage you to visit our website, cheekwood.org, to find out information about special events and performances.
I just love that it's been around for so long. I always say, people say, what do I see in Nashville? I always say, go to the places that have been around for a long time, because if they've been here for a long time, they're good. I mean, because you can't last in Nashville if you aren't fantastic. How long has Cheekwood been around?
Cheekwood has been a public institution since 1960. The home itself was built between 1929 and 32. And the family lived there for about 2 generations before donating the whole property to become a botanical garden and museum of art.
Who is the person who does this design?
It'd be people. You have a team, I would like to think.
But we
George the gardener. I don't think so.
We have a wonderful team all around. We do have a fantastic gardening team led by Peter Grimaldi, who is our vice president of horticulture and facilities.
Peter is the name that I was looking for, because I saw a video with him, and what he does as far as creating the design, it's unbelievable. And he moves it from season to season to season to season, and it flows beautifully. So when one thing is kind of ending, it kind of soars into another season with new colors.
Right, absolutely. We will have, Harvest goes through the end of October, and we do have a couple of special events associated with that. We also have a holiday lights coming up right around the corner. So those tickets will be going on sale soon. And then you get a whole nother colorful experience at Cheekwood.
So is it cheekwood.org? Is that
Cheekwood.org.
So we want to encourage everybody to head to cheekwood.org, get all that information, and do yourself a favor. If you've been in Nashville for a month or 20 years, if you haven't been to Cheekwood this year, you are missing out.
Thank you. I think it's a perfect place to take a stroll. We also have wellness programs that I should mention. We have yoga and meditation and things like that. So
Did not know that.
yes. We have a Japanese moon viewing event coming up. El Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead festival. Those are both happening in October.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know about the Japanese Moon Festival. There's so much going on at Cheekwood. If you are a member of Cheekwood, you can get a magazine that comes out, I think quarterly, that lets you know what's going on. That's how I found out about you.
Absolutely. Yes. We appreciate our members. We have members from all over Middle Tennessee. We are so grateful for members who really keep the institution going. And if you're not yet a member, I would encourage you to visit our website. Everyone, check it out. Check out our happenings page.
It is 12 months a year as well, right?
Yes,
you
we're
never
open
close.
year-round.
Yeah.
Just a few other things to mention. We have a big Orchids in the Mansion display that takes place in February when the gardens are pretty cold. We want to warm it up, invite everyone to come and warm up in the mansion and see the orchids. And then, of course, Cheekwood in bloom in the spring is when we have 250,000 bulbs blooming.
That sounds fantastic. When I think of February, it's the longest, shortest month in Nashville, right? Because the weather, just you feel a little, you pass the holidays, and this would be a great opportunity. Next time if I'm ever in the doghouse with my wife, Linda, we're going to spend a weekend day out there, and I think that'll get her cheered up.
We started the show with Happy and the Queen of Clean, but there's nothing that makes you happier than being around florals that are blooming, things that are green, going in there and seeing that. It's an important thing to do if you're in Nashville, and if you're coming into Nashville from somewhere else, because we are in the interwebs. So you might be seeing, if you want to find a great place to stay, it's the Omni, and a great place to see, it is Cheekwood. For sure, for sure. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
We're going to be right back. We're going to talk a little bit more about Buddy Allen Carpet One. We are so glad to be part of a Nashville tradition, and that is Buddy Allen. Buddy Allen's been around for a very, very, very long
Since
time.
dirt.
Since dirt.
Trying to keep dirt away from.
Well, since we had dirt floors, then there were dirt floors, and then Buddy Allen came in and solved that problem.
I'm so glad you picked up on that. I wasn't sure if we go in there.
This is Segway.
Yeah.
I am the queen of Segway.
Yes, you
That's
are.
what we do. And I love that they have not only carpeting, but they stay on trend. And for me, it's the pet resistant flooring that they've got. But they've got laminates, they've got hardwoods, they've got everything. And they've even got a do-it-yourself for those people who just said, well, I'm going to just try that. If you watch Instagram enough, you think you can do that stuff.
Right. And then you hire after
And
you
then
have
you
to
go
rip
back
it
to
up
Buddy
the
Allen
second
and go,
time. Buddy
what
can
was
take
I
care of that,
thinking?
right? Yeah.
That's right.
So redo.
They've got the team and they're ready to help, or you can do it yourself as well. And why would you go there instead of the big box stores? You might ask that question.
Well, you want to be authentic. You want to support Nashville business.
Yes, and you want someone who actually cares that your floor is good. And the cool thing about Buddy Allen Carpet One is not only do they care about you and your floors, but they are also tied into the nonprofit community. And Tunnels to Towers is one of their heartfelt things, building homes, and they supply the flooring for a lot of the homes for veterans that are built, for first responders. And just recently they helped a first responder get their home paid off and built a home for him.
It doesn't get any better than that. To support your community, you don't have success unless you give back to the community. And Buddy does it.
They do it all the time, and they have a big golf tournament every year, and Tunnels to Towers was the beneficiary this year. And if you want to really support someone, go find a company that supports your local community, and nobody does it more than Buddy Allen. They have since they started, since dirt.
Since dirt. And that's a long time.
That is a
I was a
very long
teenager
time.
back when dirt was invented. So
Y'all, it brings us to a close of this incredible show that we think it's incredible because the people we invite here and the place that we're doing this is incredible. Here at the Omni Nashville, check it out. Check out Cheekwood. Check out shonda.org. cheekwood.org, and of course, Coburn Larson is incredible. I think he's got a great future in front of him.
It's been a really quick hour.
Oh.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and if I'm ever asked back, please give me a day.
I think that
I'm
you're
groveling.
I'm like Velcro right now. We're a team now. John Dwyer, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Devon. My pleasure. This is fantastic. I think you got something going here.
And thank you all for being part of our listening and viewing audience. And do what we say. Always share, because positive is what we do here at Main Street Media. And you can also download our handy dandy free app. It is Main Street TV. Go to any place, whether it is on Google or whether it's the App Store for Apple. Download the app, and anything that we do that's programming here at Main Street, it's positive and it's always local and it's free. Even better.
Can't beat the price.
Thank you guys for being part of Taste of Nashville.
Take care.